All right, today we're hitting biceps. Now, if you feel like you hit a plateau, you're not getting the results you want, could be that you're just training too heavy. Could also be that you're just resting too long between sets, you're creeping on somebody on Instagram, or it could be you're doing the same workout day in and day out. Now, while that does work, the problem you run into is after a while you start going through the motions and you end up half-assing your workout. That's why every time I go to the gym, I do something completely different every time. A few exercises might be the same, but the way I perform them is completely different. So today we're gonna set up shop on the cables, go through some different stuff, maybe even throw a little forearms at the end. So if you're ready, let's get after it. First thing we're gonna do is steal some sweet old lady's bench. All right, we're starting out with single arm cable preacher curls. Now, how does this compare to the dumbbell version? It really doesn't. This is a more effective way of doing it. You just be willing to be that guy that's gonna drag the bench all the way over here and be obnoxious about it, because you know the damn thing's gonna squeak the whole way. Although there's always somebody that comments on the AREN videos saying there's no way you can grow from just cables alone, which to me is absurd. It's like they think their body's gonna grab that handle that's attached to a cable and say, nope, not growing from that. Even though because of that constant tension, it's easier to create a mind-muscle connection, which to me is just a better way to train arms overall. But some people are idiots. Truly, your body only knows one thing: how much something sucks. And these suck more. So I'm starting out with a regular single handle attachment on here, but the one thing I like to do to make sure I keep that shoulder out of it is I like to open up that chest and lean back against it. That way it's all my bicep working and I can't rock back and forth with it. Now, because of how much I exaggerated opening up that chest and shoulder in the last exercise, I was able to put more stress on that short head. Now we're going to shift that stress over to the long head and the brachialis by switching over to a rope attachment. Now, because we're using the rope, you can put very little thought into these, do a hammer curl, get the job done. But because I'm an asshole, and any chance I get to really tell a supporting muscle to F off, I will. And in this case, it's that short head. So what we can do is actually turn into the movement, and it really recreates that same feel you get when you actually have a close grip easy bar and you're just repping it out and you're really pinching off that short head and hitting that long head, the brachialis. We're doing that same thing here, leaning into the bench, and it really just isolates and hits it that much more. All right, next up we got a classic, one of my favorites for pushing an unbearable amount of blood in those biceps, which is lying back on the bench and using an easy bar attachment. Now, just so you know, you can do these on the seated cable row. You can also do these laying on the ground, but that one's a little bit sketchy to me because although I've been in the gym for years and I've never seen somebody get teabagged, I don't want to be the first. Couple things to note here. First, you want to tuck those elbows in and keep them on top of your stomach. That way it turns your body into a giant arm blaster. And then from there, it's just tucking that chin in and driving that lower back into the pad. Because if you don't do that, there's too much of a stress and puts that bicep in a compromising position because you're stretching too far forward when you go all the way down. So you tuck a little bit forward, it shortens the range of motion a little bit, keeps it a little bit safer, and then you just rep it out. All right, let's finish up by hitting those forearms. Now, in my experience, they respond best to a relentless attack. So I'm gonna set up a superset where I'm gonna jump back and forth between exercises that hit the extensor and flexor muscles. So as always, like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Leave a comment for the video you want next, and get after it, get growing. Talk to you soon.